My name is AshleyDellenback, and today I'm going to be giving a speech on the opposing the Arizona Immigration Senate Bill 1070. Imagine you're walking down the street, minding your own business, and all of a sudden an officer demands to see your immigration papers. You're taken into custody for a crime you never committed. That will soon be the reality of Latino Americans in the state of Arizona. Or imagine that you're a mother trying to provide for a family and you have to get out of the oppressive country of Mexico. However, because of the legal costs, the time, and the difficulty associated with the process of immigration, you have to get your family out of Mexico faster than you're allowed into the United States. Do I believe that we should have open borders and allow anyone and everyone to come in? No, but I do not think that we need to treat immigrants inhumanely and disrespectfully. It's not that I do not believe that there is not a problem, but I also do not believe that the Senate Bill 1070 eliminates the problem. It instead is causing new ones like racial profiling, racism, and separation of an entire state based off of color and culture. In Arizona, anyone who is thought of to be an illegal immigrant is subject to law enforcement questioning and must be able to provide papers instantly. This is based off of color, language, and other facets of racial profiling. Opposition to this bill is becoming loud and heated across the nation, and it needs to be addressed. The injustice involved does not reflect the right we believe as Americans that all people should have. Johnson also states, it requires local law enforcement officials to determine the immigration status of a person during any legitimate contact made by an official or agency of the state. It is reasonable suspicion. If reasonable suspicion exists, that person is an alien who is unlawfully present in the United States. President Barack Obama said that this bill undermines basic notions of fairness that we cherish as Americans, as well as trust police and their communities that is so crucial to keeping us safe. According to Johnson, this trust that he speaks of will rot when Latino Americans or legal immigrants are constantly profiled due to their race. It will set citizens against the law, and safety will take a backseat to policy. Johnson also talks about the Arizona Senate Democrats, who published a statement saying, this legislation will criminalize all immigrants, infringe on all free speech, and encourage racial profiling, and lead to enormous costs into the millions, which Arizona cannot afford at the moment. In Johnson's article, the governor of Arizona, Brewer, points out that supporters do have a point. Arizona has been more than patient with Washington to come up with some type of legislation. But for decades of fragile interaction and misguided policy have created a dangerous and unacceptable situation. Lisa Miller's article, 3 Cheers for Bishops, which was published in Newsweek 155/19 in 2010, opponents argue that the measure will do nothing to stop illegal immigration, that there has never been a problem with alien voter fraud, and that checking for illegal applying for benefits is too cumbersome and costly. I think we agree that there's a problem, but how we provide safety for American citizens, control illegal immigration, while still upholding the standards of justice and tolerance we pride ourselves on. What is the problem? In the views of Susan Doreen in the Arizona Immigration article, it's the argument that immigration laws are broken and need to be fixed. What is broken? The enforcement of existing laws, control on the border, immigration courts, website verifications, enforcement and fines, verification identification, and work permits, the length and cost of legal immigration, and the number of visas issued. First, we need to make our voices heard. Until people get out and speak against the bill, nothing can be done. Speaking at events, writing in forums addressing the issue, or looking for opportunities to speak out against the bill will help to expedite the process of eliminating it. The Arizona chapter of the American Civil Liberties Unions wants President Obama to speak out stronger against this bill and take the necessary action to make sure that it is not implemented. The Arizona Chamber of Commerce is also campaigning for its defeat. These protests are good indicators of the opposition. While not opposing immigration policies, they are calling for a different approach. I believe that it is not a state, but a national problem and needs to be addressed so. Lobbying and information regarding the issue needs to be presented, and a solution to make the legalization process more accessible to immigrants is needed. The difficulty, cost, and length of time associated with the process make it virtually impossible for anyone to legally immigrate when they are doing so to escape the difficult life they desperately seek to escape. This quick process would also help the U.S. to identify to those trying to enter the country for illegal reasons, such as drug money, thorough background history checks, and help the law officials to be aware of the problems before they enter the country. When no system is in place and everyone is forced to wait for legalization, it allows for much more leeway for problems to slip during the logistics of legalization. Creating a more succinct and umbrella type of law that would apply to all the nation, better care would be taken to create a standard within the country and hopefully do the job it was set out to do and nothing more. It comes down to the safety of American citizens that provide for freedom while maintaining with respect and tolerance deserved by all people. Chris Kobach makes a valid point against the opposition, stating, and it is very necessary. Arizona is in the ground zero of illegal immigration. Phoenix is the hub of human smuggling and kidnapping capital of America. With more than 240 incidents reported in 2008, it's no surprise that Arizona's police associations favored the bill along 70% of Arizonians. It's important to follow up with these actions. Write your senator. Tell them your ideas. We need to get the ball rolling on brainstorming and finding out most effective ideas, taking them to Congress and implementing them. Continue to voice your opinion. I told you about various methods about getting your voice out there. Joining organizations to support human rights or immigration reforms would be good ones to get involved with. In closing, I quote Sheigman from USA Today in May's 2010 article. Arizona immigration law steps in the right direction, he says. Arizona's new law giving local police the power to profile and arrest a person who cannot prove their immigration status on demand is as radical as it is irresponsible. This is a wake-up call for the federal government to deliver a comprehensive immigration reform that will undo this moral, economic, and lawful enforcement disaster and prevent another state from following Arizona's lead. Reform is what we need, not a quick solution that creates hostile environment, distrust of law enforcement, and the division of people once against another.